Hi guys, this is Alia Jamal, the love coach. I help women unravel unconditional love within themselves. And today I am so excited to actually start a series where I'll be doing different videos. I'm not sure if it will be 4 parts or 3 parts yet. This series is about healing a non-functional relationship. Now, the the advice or whatever I'm about to share, you can apply it to any relationship. It could be a non-functional relationship with your parents. I know a lot of people have issues with their mom or with their dad. It could be with the sibling. It could be with an ex-spouse. It could be maybe a current spouse. It could be with your friend. It could be with your kids. You can apply this to any relationship that you're having a little hard time. It could be a relationship from past, present, or you might be a little uncomfortable about your future relationship. Maybe if you're getting married and you're a little on the edge with your in laws. So these tips are really going to help you. So the first thing that I want to talk about, why do we even want our relationship to be smooth and easy and not non-functional or icky or edgy or weird? Because as human, we are created to live in communities. Yes, we can go off to an island and we can survive there too, but our true nature is to be in communities, in harmony with other people. That's where our true essence really comes out, by helping others, by being helped, giving love, receiving love. So when we are in harmonious relationships, we truly live to be our fullest potential on a completely different level, versus when you're cut off from every human possible and you're just living in a cabin somewhere in the woods. That is a good experience of life too, but a completely different one. So if you do have an intention to stay among humans, it's very important to learn how to keep those relationship harmonious and happy. And the reason is, and that is the reason I'm doing this whole series, because everyone we connect with, there is an energy connection. So when you, let's say you go out to meet your friend, and when you leave from there, you made an energetical connection while you were there, while you were talking to your friend. So, one thing I teach my client is how to disconnect that. So, there's no like, uh, you're not picking up those low emotions from anyone else who's going through something completely different in their life and they don't even want to discuss with you, but you have made that connection so you would feel it. That's why maybe when you come home, you'll be talking to your kids or your spouse that, I feel like there's something wrong with my friend. There's something going on. I can feel it, but she didn't discuss anything and she looked really happy. So that is the energetical connection you're creating. So now imagine if you don't like that friend or if you don't like that relative and you're still going to their house because you're a family, you've got to go, you have to do what you have to do, and you come back, you're going to feel so drained. So this series or whatever I'm going to be teaching in it, it's going to help you to stay in your top energy, even if you have those difficult relationship, difficult people that you're dealing with, because your energy is so important. If you stay on top of your energy, like your high vibration, high vibe, or you feel really, really good, that's when you get to live your truest potential, your mission, your purpose in this life, and the desire that's within you. If you're not feeling good, if you're under the drama, you won't have time to live that desire. So it's very important to do that. So the first thing, the first part of the series is about forgiving yourself. So let's just backtrack a little bit. Now this is strictly starting from a non-functional relationship. So I want you to pick any relationship that was in the past, maybe when you were a kid, you were a teenager, you were in your 20s, 30s, wherever you are right now. It could be, with a family member, it could be your ex-spouse, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever you can think of, a relationship that didn't really go where you wanted it to go, or it fell apart, and it's kind of, still back of your mind, or you maybe it's a current relationship you want to work on. Just pick one problematic relationship. Most likely, if you're watching this video, there is that one relationship that you're like, I think maybe I can work on that relationship or whatnot. The first thing I would suggest, I do suggest to my clients, is forgive yourself. Now, usually we don't even think about that. It's all about like, oh, let's just forgive that person. Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt, and let's just move on, be the bigger person, have the bigger heart. No, when we go from that approach, what you're doing, you're completely ignoring yourself, you are unvalidating yourself, and you're kind of saying in a way that you don't matter, um, you're invisible, all kind of bad signal that you could send to your inner self. You're doing that when you do that. So the first person you need to put your eyes on is you. So we start with forgive yourself. Now, you might say, Alia, but it wasn't my mistake. I didn't do anything wrong. So, the reason behind forgiving yourself is somewhere deep down, somewhere subconsciously, you are blaming yourself. We all do that, but it's so hidden underneath. There's like guilt, shame. Those have been our friends from maybe childhood. Maybe it's used in such a subtle way in our upbringing by our parents, by our teachers, in terms of like timeout, good grades, you just failed, you're a failure, what other kids would say, you need to be potty trained, you're this age. So all those are shame and guilt, even though consciously you think it wasn't your fault, but subconsciously somewhere you're thinking it's your fault. And sometimes we also do this thing, oh, I'm such a stupid person to even believe that. So you are blaming yourself. So the first person you need to forgive yourself when you run into a unhealthy, non-functional relationship is yourself. Now, if you have never done that, how do you do that? How do you really forgive yourself? It's not that easy. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to forgive you myself. So, the way I would suggest or recommend, uh, put away a time where you're not going to be disturbed. So, let's say 20 minutes on a Sunday morning when no one can bother you. Sit down and write a letter to yourself. Write what happened, and then write in that okay, I forgive myself for maybe saying the things, for maybe trusting somebody who wasn't worthy of your trust, or acting in a way, and realize whatever has happened in the past, that was exactly what was meant to happen for your growth and for the growth of the other person. So have trust in that. Write it all down. Write it all down, what happened, and then write to yourself that you are forgiving yourself for saying, for doing, for being, and see the opportunity of growth in that moment. And it might be hard to do that. So try to detach yourself from the problem a little bit, as if it's your friend telling you this is what has happened, and you're just looking at it from that bird eye view, not being in the situation, being a little bit out of the situation and looking at it. And then turn around and forgive yourself with all the grace, with all the love that you can gather up for yourself, and really truly feel it in your body that you're releasing yourself from all kinds of blame in that situation. So that is the first step I will suggest. And if one time you don't really feel it, it gets very uncomfortable, then repeat it after a couple of days again. Again, put like 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Some people like to, like some people like me, I like to sit with myself for hours at no end if I can. Whatever is your comfort level to sit with yourself and just look at it. Look at it not from a judgmental place. Look at it from a place of love that, oh, this has happened. I forgive myself. And once you pick up this habit, it really does become a habit. You'll be so surprised how quickly you'll be able to forgive yourself, how easily you'll be able to move past whatever drama or weird things are happening in your life, because we are human. We do have relationships in our life, they're part of our life. There's a chance of growth in every uncomfortable situation we go through, but we cannot grow if we are not willing to even look in that uncomfortable place, and we are not willing to um, admit that we could have been at fault at some level, or maybe we are judging ourselves deep down. And there is forgiveness necessary, required, first for ourselves and then for anybody else. So in the that is all for today's video, the step one or part one, forgiving yourself. And in the next video, I'll be talking about what to do after you have forgiven yourself and more details about why it's so necessary to do that. That is all, my friends. I hope this video was beneficial for you. Like it, comment it. Find me on Facebook or on my website called aliajamalcoaching.com to get in touch with me if you do want some personalized help or support dealing with whatever um, un what was the word I use, non-functional relationships going on in your life. And I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.